I see a really well-played first game. Starts with Kelly. Shutout, 10 Ks, one walk. That's what it takes. I don't even know that she was as sharp as she would like to be, so it's good to see that. I think, but the story of this day was just our offense. It's been steadily improving. I just felt like the intent, the things that these guys have been working hard on has really, really starting to shine through. So it's been fun to watch. Thought she's been really good in the leadoff spot for the last 5-6 games. Really, really kind of sparking us. Caitlin had the big home run and the double. A lot of kids were just getting on base. I thought we had some really good at bats, namely Carly Petty grinding away and getting that run scored. I think it was like the 4th or 5th run that we scored. So just some really good things. Good to see Julia get the big hit. Really, really bigger than the hit was probably the at bat. The at bat was really good, taking the changeup in a 2-2 count that she's been working hard to let balls get deep. I think we talked during her foul ball that was hit kind of good. She was just a hair late, and I just reminded her that she didn't need to speed up, that she would get on time. She hasn't had at bats in about 3.5 games. So it's hard to get your timing back. So I thought that was just a really good at bat, and then got rewarded. And then I talked to our team about all the great things, but I left out Shy. She had the big hit that kind of got the first 2 runs. So just a really good game. We're gonna have our hands full here tomorrow now. Quick turnaround, and looking forward to what that brings.
What does a run rule game, a domination like this, what does that do? Does it do anything for you?
I don't think so. I mean, we got to play tomorrow. It's over with. I don't know that it does much. I mean, Nebraska doesn't care. I mean, they think they're pretty good. We know they're good. So I don't really know that they're going, oh my gosh, they run ruled for the Fordham team. I don't know. I mean, I think it's good for our kids in a way. Probably it's going to help them feel good, but we're going to have to bounce back, and make it happen again.
I was racking my brain. Didn't you run rule a couple of years ago in the first game of a regional here?
I don't know.
I swear, I thought. Anyway, okay.
I'm not sure.
I thought you'd remember. I was hoping you'd save me.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Cheyenne, talk about your at bat if you can, because that was like Coach Gajewski said. That was the one that started everything.
Yeah, I mean, my first at-bat wasn't very good, so I was trying to have a better at-bat. I mean, the bases were loaded, and there was 2 outs.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, I was trying to make good contact. I mean, that's all I really can do up there is have a good at-bat. And then I think I ended up hitting the changeup. My swing before that, it was okay. And then, I don't know, just hit it up the middle.
Julia, same kind of question. Can you take us through your at-bat?
Yeah, so going in, coming off the bench and not necessarily having my timing down for a couple of games, the players before me that had at-bats off of her did a really good job giving me a good plan going up into that at-bat, and sticking to that plan was really helpful. I think after my first couple of swings, I felt better as the at-bat went on.
Julia, you weren't the only one to hit that scoreboard. What was your reaction to Caitlin's home run?
That ball was crushed. That was awesome. It's awesome.
Had you seen her done that before? Or was that?
Yeah, in practice all the time.
Yeah, they bang that pretty fast. Talk about Carly. I know Coach talked about her at bat. When you see someone battle like that, I mean, I think it was a 12-pitch at bat, 7 foul balls. That's almost like a home run too, to see somebody battle like that and then get rewarded like Coach said at the end?
100%. I think that at bat honestly helped us finish the game along the way. I mean, like, when you see one of your teammates up there battling like that, you want to be in it as much as she is. So it was a really good motivation to keep going.
And when someone has an at-bat like that, it helps the next person. I mean, 12 pitches you said, I mean, that wears the pitcher out. So that helps the person on deck be able, I mean, the pitcher's got to be tired at some point. So.
Kenny and then Shy, was there a comfort level being back at home? It's been almost 4 weeks since you guys have played a game here.
It felt good. I was before our game, before they were letting all the fans in. We kind of had a little time, and I sat down and I was like, man, I forgot my routine at home. Like, you know, you play a lot at home. You have this routine you go through. And I was kind of walking around going like, what am I gonna do right now? Like I was trying to go through it all. So it was great to be back home. We play well here, and that's the advantage of being able to host, you know, and so to have our fans here and the atmosphere was great. I think it'll just keep getting better as the weekend goes, and I'm thankful for our fans. I'm thankful for being at home and for these guys for playing well to making it happen.
Julia, Cheyenne, I may get shut out on this one, but because I know Kenny wasn't invited, he made a note of that yesterday. Did either one of you make the dog birthday party? And how much fun was, you know, singing happy birthday to, you know, a Grand Pekingese or whatever it appears?
It was a blast, if you can imagine. Yes, I went. I do have a dog. We stayed for about 30 minutes. It was hot. It was so hot. So it was.
But it was a
fun.
good first birthday for Bear. He got lots of presents.
Lots of presents, yes.
Kenny, in that second, third inning, I mean, you kind of scored via the small ball, and like Haley's steal of home kind of, I felt, culminated all of that. What did you think of that play?
I was scared because that's not what I called. So I walked up to her and I was just trying to steal a bag, you know, steal second base to stay out of the, you know, any kind of force there, double play. I don't remember if there were how many outs there were, but she said she felt like she read it early and got a great job, and she was safe pretty easy. You know, that's good softball. You know what I mean? I told her, I said, hey, it's not what I called. But, again, we don't need to be robots here. Like, you know, if you feel and you can see in your eyes tell you this, go for it. And so it was a nice play. And I think that's what kind of got us going. You know, that's what seemed to be getting us going here over the last couple of weeks is scoring runs, you know, some small ball ways, and then popping some big home runs.
What was the thought process kind of starting with Carly Pegg at second and then giving Julia and Morgan pinch hit opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, as far as Julia and Morgan go, I mean, they need at-bats, and they need them bad. And so it was awesome to get. I was trying to get Richburg get at-bat too. So I just want these guys to be able to feel good. We're going to need them all. We need them all every day. And so, you know, really good stuff there. As far as Carly goes, at second base, I just feel like Bree just needed a break. I mean, she's putting a lot of pressure on herself, and she's getting herself into a spot of she doesn't want to let the team down. That's a bad place, you know, to be when you're playing. Her care factor's high, and you already want to win and perform, and then you're worried about letting your team down. I think that's something there. So we just kind of give her a break. Carly's been playing well. She's been really improving with her bat. She's been bringing some big energy. That's what it's all about. So, you know, like I said at the beginning of this year, it's a very talented team. We have a lot of options, and we probably played around with a lineup here more than we ever have in any of our years.
And I know last weekend you said that Cheyenne gets pissed off when you pinch hit her. Do you think you got pissed off this time?
No, she was great. She was awesome.
I don't really get pissed off.
She has before, trust me. She's rolled her eyes at me, so I know what that is.
Last couple of questions.
Hey, Kenny, with Caitlin Carwile, when did you identify her in recruiting, and what did you see early on, and kind of how has it played into what she's become this year? Yeah,
Caitlin was one of the best players in the state, and it came down to us and OU, but we both offered. We both offered at an early age. She was a dominant pitcher in high school as well, but the pitching just didn't it was just going to be difficult for her here. When we really got her here and we started looking at everything that we had, it started looking at like a number 3 or 4, and that didn't really make her happy. but we knew that she could hit. And we just talked to her about, hey, what do you think about just giving the pitching up and just putting everything into the hitter basket and see what that does? And she thought about it. I said, hey, I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to force you in, to this. You need to make the decision. This is just kind of what we think. And she thought about it. She walked in, said, okay. And, she's a kid that, we're gone a lot in the summertime, recruiting and that kind of stuff. But every day I was here, she was here hitting. And it's been really cool. She's a fierce competitor. She's really improved. And she's still got a ways to go. I think she can. I think she's a kid that can really hit. And she's figuring things out. She's learning how people are pitching her now. That's a little different than what it was. And so she's adjusting and doing some good things. So, it's just kind of cool to see the evolution in all of these kids.
Cheyenne, with Caitlin, could you talk about kind of what you saw as she was progressing, particularly this season?
Yeah, I mean, I played Kate growing up. I mean, we're both from here, so I always knew that she could hit. And then when she finally got her opportunity, she took it and ran with it. I'm happy for her. I mean, I love seeing my teammates do good, so it's cool.
Julia, we talked about how you hadn't played in the past couple of games. I think you were 0 for 12 in your last 12 at-bats. How big can that swing be for your confidence going forward?
I think more than the swing, the practice that we've been getting has been really helpful in gaining confidence in practice and taking it into the games. And I think having a plan and sticking to it and having your teammates help you with that as well is really helpful.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.